We're back.
100 days later.
100 days later, we've made it.
I don't know if we've made it. We're here.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a rough one because, man, not only has it been 100 days, but also I don't even know how long it's been since we've read both of these books.
It's going to be a pleasant surprise at how crazy we're just going to fucking wing this.
Right, yeah. So, you know, as true damsel fashion, would you expect anything less, though? Because, like, this is just what we do. It's just chaos and vibes over here. But if you're new here, welcome. In our corner of the internet, we rant, review, obsess on, hate on all things books.
So today we'll be reviewing Love. This is such. Why are these books so long to title?
I know.
It's Love in Time of the Zombie Apocalypse by Rizzle writes. It's a fan fiction.
Yes, the first half of this episode will be our easy, spoiler-free hates and likes of the book. We'll give our individual ratings, and then towards the end we'll get to the spoiler section where we discuss our hated and most loved parts, but we'll give a warning before then.
If you wish to follow along with us, our reading and review schedule will be linked in the description below. However,
it won't be.
It will be updated all of the time. We try our hardest and our best to follow along, but we're not on schedule.
We're so far behind schedule. Also, we're trying to rework how we're going to do it because clearly we have a problem with staying on our schedule.
Really bad.
Yeah, but anyways, without further ado,
let's jump into it.
So, Kristen.
Hi, Crystal. I haven't seen you in 100 days.
105 days. How's life been?
Oh, it's been crazy. It's been crazy for me. I've been having a good time living life, though. That's for sure.
Yeah. Cramming these books in, too, though. Like, we've had 105 days we've read, but I don't even know how many. 3?
I am so bad. You remember at the beginning of this year when I said...
The 100-year goal? I meant to ask about that.
My 100-book goal... Yeah, I think I've probably read less this year than in the past few years. There's something to be said about having the ambition to read 100 books and, like, thinking that, oh, yeah, I'm starting off great. I was starting off really great at the beginning of the year.
You were committed.
Yeah, halfway through the year, I was like, I don't know how to read anymore.
Right.
Reading actually is now bedtime. Mm-hmm. Every time I pick up a book, immediately, bam, asleep.
Yeah.
I have achieved.
I had the same issue.
Yeah.
Except for one book.
She's going off.
3 in the morning.
She's going off schedule here and off, like, our book.
I am because, one,
vlog.
I knew Kristen wasn't going to want to read this book.
Hell
and
no.
2, she's so far behind.
I'm so far behind. Like,
I had to fill my, I almost said I had to fill myself.
Doing what?
I had to fill my empty reading space with something that I ended up really wanting Kristen to read, but I don't. I won't torture her with it because I torture her enough. I did torture her with the rundown of it, though, and for anyone out there, it's Credence. I just read that because I needed to... My curiosity had been piqued, so I read it. I wasn't disappointed in the end. For the first half, I was disappointed. For the second half, I accepted the ride. And I was like, we're here to do this. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm so glad I did not have to jump on that with you.
Yeah, but now she's trying to get me to read Bonds.
Broken Bonds. Yeah, because now that she kind of dipped her toe in reverse harems, I'm like, girl, read this one now. Because, like, I think that if you were able to read that, because that was crazy, what you just read. Mm-hmm. Broken Bonds, in my opinion, is a lot tamer, but it's just more reverse harem.
Right. Yeah, and I didn't want to read reverse harem. I wasn't interested in it.
She does now.
I didn't really, and I also didn't really fully understand what Credence was. I had seen people's reactions to it. I also wasn't prepared for a couple things, like her age was a shocker for me.
I hate the 17-year-old thing.
Yeah, me too.
The teenage...
The countdown to her justifiably being legal, I was disgusted the entire time.
Can we just not do that anymore? I'm so tired of that shit.
Me too. Same. But, so, I will probably squeeze your other reverse harem in if
it's 5 books. Squeezing in.
Well, you have 50% of Alchemized to
I am so
reading.
bad. I'm trying. I'll get there.
Yeah, so, of course, we're going to read Alchemized, and we will review it because... Of course.
Yeah.
So that's on our list. Now, what's so funny is that these fan fictions were supposed to be just June books. and we're in December. So.
Oh my goodness.
And it kind of sucks because, listen, I will read a Draco book anytime.
Yeah.
But like it's been so long. We've had a lot of these, and then in between these, we were trying to fit in the published versions of the fan fictions, which we did.
They're just such long books that I get discouraged.
And it's like the same theme. Sometimes you need to like a palate cleanser in between some of these, and it felt like we didn't get that, which is probably why the inspiration to read has been lacking lately.
Yeah, I think I had one book in between that I was able to read, and I read that fast. I read that book fast, but for some reason, I'm just like at a slow pace with everything else.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll take my naps before I read.
That's actually what I had started doing. I'd wake up in the morning.
And then read.
Yeah.
It's so hard, though.
It is. But that's also a struggle because I think that's the book's responsibility to a certain extent, too. Mm-hmm. Because if your book's not good enough and I'm falling asleep during it...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of like knock you down a point because when the books are hitting right, like I'm staying up.
Yeah. And I know there's going to be slow moments in between. It can't all be like, crazy, nonstop stuff going on. But like even I feel like it's so drawn out, a lot of the fan fiction, and like we'll get more on Alchemized when the time comes. But I feel like when they get published, they take a lot of that slowness out. Which I can appreciate because goddamn.
But Alchemized is also kind of a different beast too because she's having a world build. So there were times when that was hard to read through.
Trust me, I fucking know.
And she's real technical.
Yeah, it's
with
a lot.
It all. Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot. And like I don't know about you guys that read fantasy. I love fantasy books. But I'll tell you right now, the honest truth is I don't pay attention to a lot of the fucking wording. I don't care. I just want to be in the world, explain the world to me. Tell me a lot of the stuff that's going on, but when you start wanting to be so technical, like it's now a science, I don't care. It's not reality. I'm not gonna go into the lore so heavy that it's now gonna consume me.
Right, it's rough.
Yeah, so it's just like I'll read it, know that it's there, and if I need to revisit it, but it's like when you start to get too technical, it's just like, oh,
right.
I'm just here for the fun, like
I'm here for the adventure.
Yeah,
nothing
not
more.
The science.
Yeah. Well, anyways. We could jump into Love in the Time of a Zombie Apocalypse then, which, as Kristen mentioned, is, of course, a fan fiction. Some things to note. This is an audiobook, so if you don't want to read the 1,000 pages that this is,
it's a long
you can listen to it.
Yeah.
This story took 10 years for Rizzle Writes to write, and it was not edited, or beta edited, she said, and you can tell.
You can tell heavily.
Yeah. There are mistakes riddled throughout it. I don't really care.
It's a fan fiction. I don't really look at that. As long as it's cool, like I could read it and follow along.
Some people care a lot though, because I see you guys reviewing it, like upset that it's bad. It's like, I don't know.
I guess some people just like they see that and then they can't move past it.
Right.
But like I'm more, like I said, I'm here for the fun of it anyways. So like I don't care.
And if you're reading a fan fiction, like that's just par for the course.
Yeah, give it some grace.
This is not an edited, publicized book. Yeah. Also, she wrote in here something that I quoted. I do not have a science or medical background and have no combat training to speak of other than a 45-minute Krav Maga Groupon lesson during which I made a man cry. So I'm confident that I know all I need to know. And I just love this quote.
Why'd you make a man cry in 45 minutes? What did she do?
Right. And a Krav Maga lesson. Fabulous. Yeah. That's literally all I need to know about her experience and qualifications as well.
Yeah. That's also interesting. I kind of want to know a story about that.
Right. Also, in this book, there's a character named Roth. He is an attorney towards the last third of this book. Apparently, he's based on a real person, and she says...
I don't think I like that. I think that's the one I don't like.
He, too, is accurately represented in this fic, and that's all she's going to say. If you read this fic and you remember him, that's an interesting little tidbit of information.
Yeah, it makes me really hate him more.
Right, yeah.
So, spoiler alert, I hate him.
I didn't hate him all that much.
I absolutely
He's
a piece of shit.
He was a piece of shit, but he was a catalyst for a lot of good things that Draco was doing. Like, I liked their interaction together, so without him being a piece of shit, I wouldn't have got some of the scenes that I liked with Draco.
You're not lying about that.
I appreciate him for being a menace.
I do not.
She also wants people to know, because I know that a lot of people are reading these Dramines for the romance of it all, right? Yeah. That's why we're here for the romance, or for the Dramines. She makes a note of saying that this is not necessarily a romance. the story is plot heavy and the romance is a secondary point, which I would also agree.
Yeah. Like throughout the whole book, it's not the main course. It really is just off to the side.
Yeah, and it is sort of like it's piecemealed almost. Like it doesn't flow like a traditional. It doesn't flow traditionally.
No, it does. There's parts. There's parts of this book. Yeah, like you could clearly see where the parts are.
And I think it makes sense because they're like literally dealing with zombies. Like the end of the world, the apocalypse is upon them. They don't have time to like indulge in these types of feelings. And that's the vibe that you get throughout it. So I think this is an apt description of the romance that's in here. So if you're here for a romance, this is probably not the one for you. And then the last thing that I thought was really funny is that there's a smut index in the book for those who care. And she does outline, like, here's the page, here's the scene that's happening.
That's interesting.
I love it.
I like that, honestly, because, like, there's not everybody wants to read the book for smut. Some people want to read the book just because, you know, they're interested in the book. That's actually really good to know that. And then, like, also, if you want to read those parts, you know where to go. You
girl.
Yeah.
Or boy, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
If you're in the moment and you're like, I need to go reread these parts, she's got you.
Yeah.
And I love that. Or they've got you. I don't know if it's a girl or boy.
I really wish all smut books did that.
That would be fun.
Because I don't want to go through, especially when we do our book reviews and we want to read those scenes so we could add them to our Smash or Pass
quotes.
I love our Smash or Pass quotes.
I do too.
That's fucking hilarious.
So anyways, those are some fun little things to note. I'm going to do my best to recap what this book is about. I've read it twice.
I apologize. I am horrible. I already know that it's going to be bad. And I'm not going to be able to justify everything, like why I rated what I did, because I don't think I'll remember. But I will do my best.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're all vibing over here.
Yeah.
So, and it has been months since I've read this book.
Also, this is not like we're not professional reviewers, so to speak.
Right.
We're here to have fun, talk to you about the books that we like, and it's all opinion. Like, it's not that serious.
Sometimes we're rating books because we ignore half the book.
Yeah.
Like, there's no
Clearly,
real.
I have done that several fucking times.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just did that with Credence. So, like, that's our vibe, okay?
Yeah.
We are just shooting from the hip here. So, anyways, essentially, this book is about after the war, the main Harry Potter war. Harry and Hermione end up so there's zombie apocalypses upon everybody, right? Some superbug got out and has infected like all of England, and Harry and Hermione go and find who they think is their last ditch effort to save everybody is Draco. They find him like deep underground in this secluded, super
glass
futuristic
prison,
where because he was at was it in Azkaban? And this was like below Azkaban. Like, he couldn't be with the general population.
Yeah.
All of Azkaban has been like destroyed. They're all zombies or they've all left. And so he was in here because he just got left behind. But
and it was magicked too. So
it was magic. So it was like all self sort of contained in here so he could live there forever essentially. But he's like this brilliant scientist, which I love. I love that he's like super brainy and scientist in this. So they're going to get him to see if he can help them because there is a doomsday countdown for all of England because North America is going to essentially nuke England if they don't come up with a cure for the zombie virus because it's most concentrated and it came from England and they don't want it spreading out to the rest of the world. So they get him and they go, I'm trying not to give too much. I don't know what's too much. They get him, they do some scientific stuff. They end up moving onto a ship at some point where they have to contend with somebody who's trying to be the one who has the cure. Everyone's fighting for the cure. Obviously, the one who has the cure is going to have the most power. Mm-hmm. So there's some billionaire who's trying to do a cure, but he's got this whole floating city out in the thing. And it's
very Walking Dead-ish for the first half. Like, if you've seen Walking Dead, it's almost very similar to that, where also the zombies are almost a secondary thing in this, which is fucking weird. Right. I'd like to add into that, because that's one of my things I'll talk about in my overall rating. But yeah, like this is a book about falling in love in time of the zombie apocalypse, and the love and the zombies are both secondary in this book. Right. It's mostly about finding a cure. Yes. In my opinion.
Yes.
About in this book.
And like the random situations that they're put in to find
this cure, search for the cure, create the cure. Like, it's all about, you'll hear that so much. I feel like that is the main plot point of this book, is the cure. The cure, the cure, the cure.
Yeah, that is. And I literally, the book is so long. It's in 3 distinctive parts.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot even tell you what happens in the last part because that would give a spoiler. So
Yeah.
essentially it's like 3 separate books. You've got the first book, which is dealing with mainly the zombie apocalypse. The second book is dealing with being on the ship and all of that. And then the third book is the third book.
Yeah.
The tying everything together book.
The conclusion.
The conclusion, which I can't even talk a little bit about because then I would spoil it. But anyways, that's pretty much it. That's the rough layout from somebody who read it 2 months ago.
It's the summary of us not remembering but trying to piece it together.
Yeah.
It's almost like we're trying to jog our memory.
Yeah, yes, I am. So if you're like, wow, these girls really don't have their shit together. Nope, not on this one.
I don't know what you expected of us if you do. Like if you've watched our show, there's no way you can expect us to have our shit together.
No, not with an absence this long. Every time we come back from an absence, it's hard.
Yeah.
But anyways, Kristen, what's your rating?
Oh my god, my rating is, I gave this a really low rating compared to Crystal. Let's
My
just
heart.
be honest. I know she's not happy with me about it. When she saw my rating, she's like, "What?" I gave it a 2.5 out of 5, and the reason why I just gave it a split down the middle, because I was split down the middle about this book. There's parts I really enjoyed about this book, and then I really didn't like specifically the last part of the book. I was so bored at that last part of the book. And like, I don't want to give too much away. So, all I have to say is that it's definitely split. Like, there's 3 parts, and it's very evident that there's 3 parts. It's like I was reading 3 different books. In fact, if this ever were to be published, I think it would be in 3 parts.
100%. Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I would enjoy that last book at all. The second book even kind of was boring. Like, it had its moments that I really enjoyed. Like, a lot of my favorite parts come from that part, like the second half of the book. But the first part of the book really drew me in. Like, I really liked the first part of the book. The momentum goes up and down. It's all over the place. Like, it's like very slow, very fast paced, very slow, very fast paced. Except for the last part of the book, it's very slow. The momentum is just completely like just downwind. And the parts that do have any kind of like entertainment value for me, I just was so over the book by then that I didn't really care. There's plenty of downtime between zombies making their appearance and zombies like them fighting with them. Very Walking Dead, like I'm saying, it's more about the politics of people interacting with themselves and the apocalyptic like timeline, with them trying to find a cure and them trying to battle with each other. It's apocalyptic. That's what humans do. They're gonna battle more with each other than the actual fucking enemy. I don't understand that, but that's the reality of things, right? That's how humans are. They'll find a way to like go after each other versus the actual problem. And that really bothers me in books, because I know that is the reality of life itself with people, but I don't really want to deal with it in books.
Right.
I really hate reading about that. Like when we even read about that alien book.
Oh yeah,
because that's happened in that too. Like the people are just combating each other instead of solving a problem, and it's so frustrating for me.
Yeah.
I hate reading about stuff like that, but it's a good story, So I don't knock it for that. It's just super slow. It's super slow. And also with the spice, I gave it a 2.5 only because the spice that is in this book is spicy. It's good. It's not bad. It's good. It's just, and it is descriptive.
Yeah. And
so I gave it like a little higher of a spice level, even though there wasn't a whole lot of it. But it's there, and it's spicy, it's good, and it's descriptive. So I give it a 2.5. I don't know what else to say about it.
Oh, I love it.
But overall, it wasn't like a spicy book.
Right. Because again, the romance is a subplot.
Yeah. Just like the zombies. I think there's just as much spice. I think it's just a little bit less spice than there's zombies.
Probably.
But yeah, that's my rating.
Yeah, so Kristen breaks my heart just entirely. Because the reason we're reading this book is because this is a 5 stars for me. I fucking love this book. One of the main reasons I love this book, of course, is this Draco for me. This is my number 2 Draco. Right after Manacled, it's this Draco. He's fucking crazy. He's a monster.
He is.
He's unhinged. I love it. I love it all. So not only do I get to witness him being at his most, like, diabolical, I also, towards the end of the book, get to see him be more domesticated, which I also love, because, like, knowing, like, I was there for this man to be diabolical, and then I'm also watching him in the kitchen cutting up fruit for kids, like, being a total domesticated man. Like, something about that was really really works for me. Like, yes. And also, like,
she wants to take this beast of a man and make him a homemaker.
Right. Like, it's like...
No, I agree. I like that. I know that a man who's, like, capable of ultimate violence is capable of being a good man.
Like a man. Like, he's taking care of the household. He's like...
He doesn't love that.
Right. He's taking care of some kids. Yeah. Like, hell, yes, sign me up. But then I know at any moment he's sexy. Fucking ready to go.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
he'll cut a bitch's head off right after he's done cutting up his fruit. Like, I
might use the same knife.
Love it.
Just watch it after.
Right, he'll just wipe it on his pants and just go back to work.
Well, I hope you would wash it. Let's be honest. That's where I draw the line. The blood of my fruit.
No, you're not wrong. But yeah, so I love this. And then also at some point he goes, this man's going to therapy.
He's
trying to make himself better for his girl. I love him so much. He's fulfilling all. Checking off all the boxes for me. I didn't think I could have all this in one man, but here he is. Perfection. So yeah, he's my number 2 in Draco world. Forever and always. I love it. I also really like Hermione. She's no, like, wilting violet here. She's not pissing me off all the time. She's tough and she's doing shit. Yeah. And she's also really, like, because they have such a weird dynamic where, you know, Draco's in the position where he's in, like, I'm in survival mode. I can have no vulnerabilities, and falling in love or caring for somebody, anybody on any level, is a weakness to him. So he's, like, really struggling with this. And I love that she just, like, doesn't accept that. Like, that's kind of their issue. And I like that issue. I like this dynamic in their relationship. And that's also why their relationship is the way that it is, in that they're never fully, like, it's not a romance because they're struggling with different types of things. And so I like that. And I liked her, like, I don't know. I'm trying to tiptoe around some spoilers here. So
it's really hard. It's really difficult.
We could talk more about it in my favorite parts, because this is mostly the end part of the book too, is where their relationship sort of picks up and they have to deal with certain things like that. So overall too, I just love the story. I think it's action-packed in the first 2 arches, as Kristen said. Yes, everybody that I have ever seen who has a critique about this book says that it's so boring because of the last half and then it went on too long. I can totally understand that. For me, I loved the book so much that any lingering around in this world, for whatever reason, I was down for. So the fact that this just kept dragging on for me was fine.
Yeah, I was confused. Like, oh my god, it's gonna end yet?
But because this is where you're seeing more of the domesticated Draco. This is where you're seeing Draco going through therapy and, like, him actually dealing with the ramifications of war, of his own vulnerabilities, of, like, who he sees himself as. Like, it's more psychological. It's more emotionally impactful here than the other 2 are more, like, action. So I really like that. It felt very realistic. So I did like it. So it was a 5 out of 5 for me. I fucking love this book. I also gave it a 3.5 for spice. I don't know why, because I didn't put a reason, but I agree. I liked all of the spice. As Kristen said, there's not a whole lot in there. It is descriptive.
You're just there. Like, I like the spice. 3.5.
But I like it. Like, there's a scene. One of the final scenes lives rent-free in my head. It's one of those things that... You know, when you're thinking of all of the spice that you've ever read, some of it gets lost because if you've read a lot of books that just happen to have this, like, I'm not going to remember your stupid random scene, but there are a couple that stay circulating.
Yeah. I have a few in my head from certain books. I know exactly what book, what part, what... Yeah,
exactly. So this, at the end of this, there's a scene with Hermione and Draco. Well, obviously, who else would it be with? Yeah. But it stays with me as I'm here. I'm already getting sweaty about it. So, but anyways, those are our scores. Kristen's breaking my heart with her 2.5, but it's fine. It's totally fine, but we will go into, I think I did one. Oh, for some reason I only grabbed the 1 star. I don't remember why. I don't need people giving more hate on But why did I just grab the 1 star? Anyways, Love in a Time of a Zombie Apocalypse was rated a 3.93 on Goodreads, which, sure. Ophelia says, this is by far the worst book I've ever read. Not just a Hermione, worst book in general. Wow. It's an offense to language itself.
She didn't read Uprooted.
Right. If I could give it 0 stars, I would. A lot happens that is ultimately meaningless. Only like 4 things out of 1,000 happen that make a difference to the plot overall. A lot of what happens is just plain dumb and makes no logical sense. Yes, I finished because I'm stubborn. I wish I could go back and never start. To finish because you're stubborn over a book that's over 1,000 pages long is crazy, first of all.
So, she's got, yeah.
To say that this is an offense to language itself, I think is a little harsh.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Like, it might just be boring, but...
I don't think this is the worst book. We've read some bad books.
Please see Uprooted.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I got Projection. You could have that book. Message us. I will mail it to you for free. That book, horrid.
Yeah, I've read a lot of way worse books. I mean, this is a 5, so I'm so biased over here, just like critiquing her review. But like the worst book you've ever read.
It's not the worst book.
No, I can't. I wish I am the 5, so I guess I don't need to provide.
And I'm the middle ground, so that's probably why we did a 1.
All right, well there you go. Sure, I don't even know what to say about. Okay, hold on. She does make a point that a lot of what happens is just plain dumb and doesn't make no logical. It makes no logical sense. I don't know. Did you feel like there were things that didn't make sense?
No, the path was fine. Like I said, it's an apocalypse. It's zombies, and like what else could you possibly do to make it meaningful?
And the plot stays consistent.
It's very consistent. It's just
finding
slow.
The cure. Something happens when they get upon a ship to find the cure.
Yeah. That
issue's resolved. Then the conclusion.
It's just slow. I think that the issue is that she was probably bored, wanting more to happen, and it's just it wasn't gonna happen. Like it was slow. Like there's only so much you could do with fighting zombies. Of course, everybody's going to want to find a cure. That's like a given, right? Unless you really don't care to find a cure in a book. But like, I don't know an apocalyptic book that has zombies in it that they're not searching for the cure.
Maybe she doesn't like the way that like the cure was found. I could see that's an argument, like how Hermione went about getting the cure. Maybe that was something she didn't like.
So that's still not the worst book on the planet. No. That's still not a 1 star.
No.
If that was your issue, then it would still be, pretty high rated.
Right.
But if the issue is you were bored with it and you felt like nothing happened, because she said there's a lot of stuff that happened that was ultimately meaningless.
Right.
I don't understand. You're reading a fan fiction book about Harry Potter during the apocalyptic zombie event. Mm-hmm. What is so meaningful about this book that you picked up you thought you were going to get out of?
Right.
I'd like to know. Right. Because everything in there that you could expect from a zombie apocalyptic Harry Potter fanfiction book is in there.
Right. Like it delivers on what it's trying to do.
Yeah, I just felt it was kind of boring.
Yeah, and so did a lot of people. Yeah. So you're not an outlier.
So I don't know when you say a lot of it was meaningless. I don't know what you would want to have happen to make meaning for this book. There's a cure. There's an aftermath. There's a start of explanation of how the zombie apocalypse happened. There's an event that always happens that humans are going to battle each other. What am I missing? Am I missing something that's supposed to happen in a zombie apocalyptic Harry Potter fanfiction?
I thought it was fucking realistic as shit. This is so authentic. I love this.
Yeah, as realistic as it can be for this type of story.
Right, for a Harry Potter fantasy shit.
Is she just saying it drug on? Because I can understand that.
Right.
Maybe that's what she means? I don't know.
Sorry, Ophelia.
Yeah.
Ophelia Pettington. I love this name. That's a regal name.
I figured you would.
Ophelia Pennington.
You like the name Ophelia.
I do love the name Ophelia.
I'm going to say that the only thing about... Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell her so sorry. The only thing I like about her post would be her name.
Yes. The most regal name I think I've ever seen.
And this is actually a current review.
It is, yeah. Just a couple months ago.
So, it would have been extremely current if we would have done this when we wanted to.
Right. I was on it. In fact, if we would have done this when we wanted to, she wouldn't even have posted this yet.
Yeah, very true.
Anyways, thanks, Ophelia. Sorry, we kind of harped on you. You were the only one that we had, though, so we kind of went with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel like I know where you're coming from, but I disagree with it being the worst book ever. That's a bit harsh.
An offense to language itself. I'm gonna put that in my back pocket though, because next time I read a book like Uprooted, that's what I'm gonna say.
Fuck, I mean, yeah.
All right, well that's our first half. That's our light half. Now we'll jump into the best part.
Spoilers.
Which I'm excited about. I think I just dumped a whole bunch of shit down here too.
I did.
I did like 3 pages worth of favorites, Kristen.
I'm only doing 5.
I know.
So do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first while
I'm gonna, guys, I don't know what the fuck I wrote in this, okay? So I'm, just like everything else, when I say, oh, I like this part, I'm probably not gonna explain. I'm probably just gonna read this like a PowerPoint presentation. So, apologies. Okay, so, there was a part that I do remember. It was, so Ron is a zombie at this part. And he wakes up, and he's pretty much going towards Hermione and like with the scalpel to her neck, and they use the Imperial Curse on him or something like that, or something. I don't fucking know. All I know is that Ron is a zombie, okay, and he's coming after Hermione, and Draco's there, and he pretty much, they go fucking crazy, and he ends up killing Ron by slicing his Achilles tendon and then like his neck right after. Of course, everybody's upset about this because they're keeping Ron as they're trying to heal him, trying to find the curse so they could cure the cure. Oh my goodness, the cure, so that they could save him. But he's pretty much too far gone. Like he's not getting any better. They're just pretty much keeping at him a stabilized condition of zombie human type thing. Also, they haven't figured it out yet, but like wizard zombies are different from Muggle zombies. And so they don't realize that he's pretty much far gone. He's just this, like, he's never going to get cured. Mm-hmm. So anyways, Draco kills him in the most crazy fucking way because he's going after Hermione. And at this point, I think he's like into Hermione, but they're not developed any kind of relationship yet. So I do like that. I love how Draco goes ape shit crazy, you know, when he's protecting what's his. I love it. Love it. I also love... I'm going to skip this. I might just narrow it to 3 because this is too much. I love when Hermione escapes her guard. I think this is on the ship during this time. And she escapes her guards to go and, like, go talk to Draco in, like, this little...
In the room, in the cabin?
Area. Yeah. And, like, they lock themselves in this room, and the guards are trying to find Hermione and all this other shit. And, like, I don't remember what the reason for Draco and her having this conversation, but it's important. It's an important conversation, you know? But the guards end up knocking on this door to try and get Hermione. And the reason for that, these guards are the boat captain's fucking, like, people. Yeah, and so this guy loves Hermione too, but Draco's not having it, you know, so, of course. this is Draco's girl. So anyways, the guards, like, bust into the door, and Draco, like, pretty much wraps his arms around her and whispers to her, like, if you want me to go or whatever, something along those lines. If you want to come with me, like, just say so or whatever.
Yeah.
And she doesn't. She's trying to be making an effort to look like, you know, she doesn't want to start anything, you know, like that whole fucking thing.
And it's weird because when that scene happens, they haven't really done much.
No, nothing's really come of it. It's just, I think maybe 1 or 2 things have happened between them, but nothing major. And so, like, he's making a statement, like, I don't want you to go with him, pretty much. Like, you should be with me, whatever. You know, we all love that. Mm-hmm. And so he says, if you want to stay with me, then I will make it so you will stay with me. Mm-hmm. And, like, she tells him to let her go, and, you know, he drops his forehead to hers and, like, says he can't.
And again, this is the first time.
Yeah, I love it. And so, anyway, she tells him she has work to do to fix her mistake, blah, 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 blah. And then he just, like, lets her go, and she goes with the guards. And I'm just like, I wish there was a little bit more there. Like, I wish there was a little bit more intensity to Draco, but I still love that, because it's the beginning of it, right?
Yeah.
So that just starts it. And I love the start of all that.
And up until this point, he's really, like, reserving it.
Kind of keeping it in together.
Coming out in small sections like this.
Yeah. I also like when Draco blames Belikov for trying to get into the pit. And this is, like, when they have this big fight to try and go in there and save somebody. I think they're trying to save Hermione and Padma, whatever her name is.
Yes.
I don't know if they're trying to save them, I think they are. I can't remember, but I know they're going in there to get supplies and stuff like this.
Yeah.
And so there's a part where like one of them pretend to have a seizure so the guard can come over and save him.
Oh yeah.
And then Draco ends up fighting off 3 people. I think this is where he kills somebody with a folding chair. Or beats the shit out of somebody with a plastic folding chair.
Like gets their head stuck in it and breaks their neck.
Yeah, I fucking love that. And then he takes that same folding chair and he throws it across the fucking room and it collides with the back of another guard's head. That part is definitely my favorite part. It had me cracking the fuck up. And then I think he even like takes the scalpel from like one of the doctor or whatever and stabs one of the guys in the chest, then takes it off and he just like kicks the guy in the chest and he just wipes the scalpel off and gives it back to the guy. And he goes, the doctor guy goes, "You killed somebody with a plastic chair." And he goes, "It was quieter than a gun." I was like, I fucking love this. I love that part. And then I'm just gonna add one more to this. I'm gonna leave that part for you because I know you're gonna really, really like it. But so also I hate the sexual assault of that dude. What's his name? Armoroff on Hermione.
Oh yeah.
Like I really hate that part, right? But I love how Draco like goes in there and just like fucking beats the fucking shit out of him. Yeah, like, and then like takes her out of there and stuff like that. Like I want to say, I like the fact that he finally takes Hermione out of this because I was getting so pissed off at the whole boat situation. Mm-hmm. Like Hermione being there, playing the 2 guys. I know she had to do it to get the cure and stuff like that. She wasn't necessarily leading Armoroff on.
Yeah.
But I just hated the back and forth between it. So I was really happy that Draco finally took her and got her the fuck out of there. Mm-hmm. So if anything, that's the part I did like. But other than that, I'm just gonna leave the rest for you. I'll talk about my worst parts later.
Okay. I have so many. I'm gonna try to limit it to 5. I'm just gonna go down my list and pick some random ones. Well, not some random ones, but the ones I know are good. Mm-hmm. So one of the first things that I fucking love is right when they grab Draco and they put him in the holding cell and Hermione is like walking by for some shit or what she went to go like check on him or something and he like grabs her by the throat through the bars and I don't know why. I don't know why I like this, but he's basically telling her like, I even have it. He's holding her by the throat and he's like, he brought his tall lean body close to the bars such that his lips graze her jawline and he whispered directly into her ear, "The game's only fun if you play with me." And he like tips his nose down, he like rubs it against his cheek because he's basically saying like, I want to like, he's enjoying playing this game, like a cat and mouse game is a game that he wants to play with her. He's like, I haven't had a woman around me in years, like, and he's like, I'm all about the game, I'm all about playing with you, but it's only fun if you're gonna participate in it. And I don't know why, but this is like your first real vision of him because now he's at their base because they went and got him and then this is your first experience of him. It was great. That was a great introduction of his character and like how just kind of unhinged that he really is. There's another scene where they go to a hospital because they need to do like a body scan on one of these dudes and they get overrun by zombies and one of the dudes, like I think a zombie is coming to Hermione and a lot of people had like died already. The zombies were invading. Draco was not allowed to have a wand. I think he wasn't allowed to have a weapon, or maybe he did. Maybe he had like a gun or something. But he's not allowed to have a wand.
He had something. I don't remember what they gave him. It was like something.
I think it was like a shotgun or something,
or
like a pistol or something.
Yeah, he was pretty mad about it.
But she's trying to do an Unforgivable. She's trying to do a Vada Kedavra, right? Kedavra? Whatever. She's trying to do that one. And she can't do it. She does it 3 times. And then she's kind of freaking out. And out of nowhere, Draco comes up, grabs her wrist, and he's like, "Once more, Granger," with feeling. And then he kind of does it. She does it, but he kind of uses his magic along with it to feed into her wand, and it worked. And I don't know. That line, "Once more, Granger," with feeling, to me, I loved it. I swooned. And it worked. Like they put their magic together and it fucking worked great. Let's see. Another one. Oh, okay. So they go to Hogwarts to find a book for herbalism, I think, for Neville or something. I don't know. They're in Hogwarts for something. And essentially, that we know that the cure comes from, or like Draco has part of the cure because he's worked partly on a cure. So he's like bartering for the cure for things. And they're in Hogwarts, and he says that he will give Hermione, it's just those two, that he'll give Hermione a part of the cure if she kisses him. And he's trying to do a power play. He thinks she's just gonna come up and like peck him on the cheek, and she realizes that that's kind of what he's anticipating. So instead, she like straight up kisses him, like tries to make out with him, and he's like really taken aback. So then he tries to up the ante, and he like pins her up against the bookshelf, which is always the correct move to do.
Yes, it is. And
he kisses her neck, and he's running his leg between her thighs. I would have caved. Right there. She did not. She kind of backed out of that.
You always think we're gonna cave. You always think you're strong enough to do it until it happens and you cave.
Pinned up against a bookshelf?
Yeah.
Legs between the thighs? I'm sorry. Kissing on the neck? I'm sorry.
It's always the bookshelf.
Always.
It's always yeah.
Excuse me? So I love that because it wasn't even a really romantic, because again they're not even romantic at this point.
No.
But then when they come back from this, I love Harry in this book, by the way. He's upset.
Yeah,
he's so upset. And he comes in, he just like punches Draco in the face, and Draco's response is like, no soft words or wooing, straight to the main course, like a predictable creature you are. If you fuck like you fight, Potter, it's no wonder you have trouble hanging on to your girlfriend.
Oh, I forgot about that. That is a good quote.
I love it. I love that.
That's a good quote.
Another good scene. Okay, so there's a scene when this is such a small scene, but I don't know why I like it, but I do. There's a scene where he's going to, I think he's going to save, or he stumbles upon Padma getting sexually assaulted by one of these other guards, and I love his reaction. Of course, he like takes the guy, throws him up, but he says this great line to her, like, do you see who's before you? Like, and the guy's like, just a witch, and he's like, what you see here, you insignificant pile of shit, is a direct descendant of the Pratheria dynasty and the kings of chieftain that come before. Padma's bloodline is purer than my own. Her ancestors negotiated the terms of trade and passage through the Khyber at the time of Darius, while you were busy fucking livestock and decorating paddocks with boulders. I don't know why. I fucking love that. He's like, do you fucking know who this bitch is right here? She's the fucking descendant of the king of the first times of old. Like, I love that. Like, how dare you even think that you could remotely look at her and touch her.
Yeah.
And that's not even
the manner of respect he has when he's this like diabolical creature is really nice.
Right.
See. Yeah.
And like, just like on defense of another, just of anybody. Like, how dare you fucking, you human scum or you mortal scum. Yeah. Love it. So there's another scene where, so this is after they've done the cure. And they're back, and it's the aftermath, essentially. And Harry he's trying to basically tell Harry, like, hey, the only way that you're going to be able to protect my family and also, like, steer the course of the aftermath of this is if you run for, like, head of the ministry or whatever he's going through. Yeah. And he has this great quote in here that makes me laugh every time, but he's like, I'm sorry to have to be the one to hold your hand, he's talking to Harry. I'm sorry to have to be the one to hold your sweaty hand through this epiphany, Potter. But the basically only reason that we're having this conversation is I need you to be in a position to protect my family while I'm in prison. And I don't know why this makes me laugh so hard. Like, because his banter with Harry is so funny. So he's like trying to have a serious conversation and Harry's just not getting it. He's like, and he has like no like chill or trying to be soft with Harry at any point. He's just like, I'm sorry. I need to be the one to hold your fucking gross ass hand.
And I don't want to even fucking do it, but here I am.
But for my family, I need you to get your shit together and run for the ministry. I don't know why. Yeah. I just love it.
He's still plotting and planning that whole time, Draco.
That's what I love.
Yeah.
And then having to deal, and you just know he hates Harry. Like, he's insufferable.
Yeah.
And so the fact that he's put in, the fact that this, like, hard-ass manacle man is put into these comical situations of having to deal with
somebody
like
who's like soft-hearted like Harry,
right?
Because he's still like, that's the thing too about this book. Harry is not, he's soft-hearted, but he's actually a strong character. Like, he's a strong dude. He's not wimpy. Like, he still fights for his own, but he's not put together.
Right.
He's not. He's just fighting a battle to fight a battle. He wants to save his people he cares about, but he doesn't have any, like, decorum about it. Mm-hmm. He's kind of just busting in there wild and, like, no real actual, like, battle ready kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
He has no tact.
Right.
He's just in there just, like, comically...
Like, messy.
Yeah. He's well... He can fight. He's just not as put together as Draco is.
Yes.
You know, so it's funny to watch the two. You know, like Harry Potter is definitely a golden retriever type energy, and then you got Draco, who's more of a like hardened,
Holmes, task
focused,
oriented,
man. Yeah. So it's like funny to see those two.
So anytime they interacted, that's sort of how it was.
Yeah.
Of, you know, him. You know, you have the loosey goosey Harry with like the straight edge. I need to get this shit done, and I just love their interactions every single time. They were cracking me up. I have just a couple more. One of the things I like, and this also happens in the end, is Draco has like resigned to the fact that like he's going to prison or like he's not going to be there, so he's sort of setting up all of these things, and Hermione is just annoyed because she feels like he's not even trying to be in the house. Like he's not trying to build a future with her. He's just resigned to his fate. And so she has this conversation with him, basically saying like, okay, so basically she's decided, all right, let me take his conclusion. Let me take his path to its conclusion, and let's see if he likes that. And so she basically says like, well, who's going to fill your role in my life? And he's like, what? And she's like, you know, I'm going to be like lonely. I'm going to need a man who's going to fill my sheets. And he's like, are you trying to provoke me? And she's like, well, let's see how, you know, you like the reality of it. She's like, I'll need someone tall. I can't have anybody shorter than you. I'm partial to tall. He'll also have to like know how to do the things that you know how to do. And he is so upset. Yeah. He's like, this is in poor taste, Granger. And I think this is like in the shower. And she's like sudsing herself up. Like, I love this because this I think is just a good example of their dynamic of that. Like, he is sort of closed off and resigned to things that he thinks are going to happen. He doesn't really try to change it, but she's constantly like, you know,
just trying to worm her way into him, like get his vulnerabilities and like make him,
I'm the end game. Like me and you are end game. I don't know whatever else plan that you've got.
Like, trying to withhold yourself from me. Like you're going to open up.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking love me. Yeah. You're gonna be in this house. We're going to be a family. Yeah. That's the end of it. Like,
she's like, you wanted me. You wanted this. Now do it. Have it. Like
yeah. So keep it. So I love that she just fucking pokes him. And I like it too because a lot of their dynamic is he is such the monster that he thinks he is. I mean, he is the monster that he thinks he is, but I don't think he's as bad. You know, I don't think he's as bad as he thinks he is.
Of course you don't.
But he
is bad.
He's perfect. But he is like, I am a monster. I'm no good for this I'm no good for my family. I'm no good for Hermione. All those things. And like they even had this moment where like they have sex a little too rough, and he's like so upset about it because he sort of gave into it. But
I think she's bruised up and everything.
Yeah, but Hermione's like, I want this. Like you're a monster, and I want that. Like this, and he just refuses to accept the fact that she wants a monster, and she's constantly
because she's like she's bruised up, and he's like looking at her like, oh my god, I did this, and then he hates himself for it.
Right.
And she's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? I enjoyed everything.
Let's do it again. I
gotta take a moment for a second.
Like that dynamic is perfect, and that's why I said I like her a lot, because she's not like this weak little like wilting. She is ready to meet him there and accept him for who he is completely. Not like, oh, I need you to soften your edges for me. She's like, I want those edges sharp. Let's
she's
get a whetstone, make them sharper. Let's go. And I am akin to that. Yes, Hermione, I agree.
She's like, I want all of you all the time, exactly the way you are. She's like, I'm ready for that. Yeah.
Don't change yourself. Okay, and then so the final one that I'll do, actually I'm gonna do two more, but it's the last one will be short. But so one of the things that I like is when Roth is there, he's of course flirting with Hermione. He likes Hermione. This man has a death wish.
Yes, he does. I fucking hate him.
I loved it. I love that he was provoking Draco.
I know. I like how you like it because I absolutely fucking hate it. This is probably one of my hated parts. There's a couple hated parts, but this I really absolutely hated.
Well, one of my favorite parts involves him. So he is adamant about making Hermione a sandwich. And he's like, I'm going to make her the sandwich that I know she's going to want. And Draco's in the kitchen. This is when he's cutting up fruit.
Oh, yeah, this part is good, though, yeah.
He's cutting up fruit, and basically he tells Draco, they're having an under conversation over their conversation about this fucking sandwich. And Draco basically tells him, like, the sandwich could be the best fucking sandwich that you think you could ever make. And at the end of the day, she'll eat it because she's polite and she won't say no. But at the end of the day, like, you'll have given her something that she said she doesn't want. I've said she doesn't want, but you think that you know what's best for her. And then they're talking about, like, fucking fruit and whatever. But anyways, the thing that I like the most about this is that Draco is a really good character in this, is that he is constantly being the monster for Hermione so that she doesn't have to be that. And I love this because I feel personally, like, I'm generally just like a people pleaser. I'm non-confrontational. And so sometimes you do things like eat a sandwich you don't like because you're trying to be polite, because I would do that. So it's nice to read a book about a guy who's like being willing to be the monster for you and accept that, like, that I'm this way so that you don't have to be this way. I'm going to bloody myself so that you don't have to. And, like, that's the role I'm going to play in your life. And when he finally accepts that that's his role, it's wonderful.
It works out, yeah.
And this is just a great example of him, like, sort of standing up for her in a way without, while still being like, no, her role is to be sweet and I'm going to do everything in my power to allow her to remain who she is and I'll just be the bad guy. And I love that. And the final thing that I like is I like the last sex scene that they have when she's got his ass tied up.
Oh, that's a good scene.
In the house.
That is probably my favorite scene of the last part of that
Now,
book.
it's a weird scene because why does the dad have a creepy sex dungeon?
Yeah, they never get into that.
That was weird.
I thought that was really weird. And then they use it, like, God knows what their parents did in that.
And then they use it. I
Yeah.
wish she would have just set up the stuff herself.
Yeah, I like the scene itself. I hate the placement of it.
But the scene itself was good. Like, Hermione being dominant and
wearing
in control
that dress
in a scene,
too.
Wearing the dress.
It's like
Jenny's dress
that's
Harry
like,
out.
I think it's got a special spell on it to seduce.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as she said, this is okay. I hate this part. It's the same dress Ginny used to seduce Harry to get pregnant.
Okay, but Harry's reaction, because he's like, comes up and he's like, hey guys.
Yeah.
He's like, wait a minute, what the fuck is that dress?
He knows that dress.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah,
why are we borrowing the sex dresses?
And why are we borrowing the sex dungeons?
Everything's borrowed. Something borrowed.
But anyways, the scene is really good. Okay, that's the scene that lives rent free in my head. Is she's got him tied.
The borrowed sex dungeon.
I just ignore that.
And the borrowed sex dress.
This is clearly it's only in my head. It's just Hermione being a little bit dominant.
I mean, I agree. I ignore all that stuff. But this is what we do, right? We ignore the parts we don't like in the book and just kind of like.
And rated a 5 out of 5. Yeah, get rid of that. That's fine.
Yeah, you rated a 5 out of 5. I did not.
But anyways, those are all. Well, they're not all my favorites, but those are the favorites that I'll bore Kristen with.
Thank you. I did like most of them.
We can jump into our hated parts or worst parts. Kristen's excited. Please don't get too excited.
Well,
Kristen, this is a love book of mine.
I got some stuff I gotta say.
All right. Kristen first. I have like one thing.
Okay. So, the lawyer. Fucking hate the lawyer. Mm-hmm. I absolutely hate the lawyer. He was constantly going after Hermione in their own house. Right. Like, why are we trying to sexually seduce a married woman of the client you're trying to work for?
Right. After she said not interested.
Several times she said she's not interested. Yeah. And this is a man who's crazed, possessive, and a murderer. Like, what is wrong with you? You know what he's capable of because you're defending him as a lawyer. Right. Why are you trying to go after his wife, you lunatic?
I love it. Please keep antagonizing him.
Oh my god. So I also want to say these aren't like, I don't like necessarily hate these parts, but I hate these parts. I'm just putting it in there because they were my moments where I was feeling some kind of like way about it. But the death of Zambini. Mm-hmm. And the death of Padma.
Mm-hmm.
Padma.
Those are both of mine too.
All like dying. But the death of Zambini probably saddened me more than Padma because like kind of saw that coming. Mm-hmm. Because like throughout the book she's always being terrorized and she was self-sacrificing for, which also Zambini did too, but it was more of a The minute that they was thrown in the pit, I knew where it was going.
Right. Hermione wasn't going to die in the pit.
Yeah, obviously, right? But Zambini dying and then having to, like, put his son in the care of Draco and Hermione because that's all he had left. Oh my god, I think that was the moment of that book where I hated it and loved it because it actually gave me feels.
Right.
Like, throughout the whole book, I was kind of, like, drifting through. But I think this is in the second half of the book.
Yeah.
The second half of the book, I would almost argue that is kind of, like, the moments had the best moments in the book, but the first part was what drew me in, so I have a love-hate with both of those sides.
Mm-hmm.
But there are boring parts throughout the book, but that part is really where it hit my feels.
Right. And
I was upset.
I also was super upset. I didn't see his death coming. It happened so fast.
Yeah, I did not think he was gonna die.
No. Certainly not then. Like, there was no build about it. Nowhere. He's just dead.
Yeah, and I couldn't get over it. Like, I think I had to put the book down for quite a bit.
Yeah.
I was very sad about it, and I did not want to believe it. And then now his poor kid. So, like, that's what I think is giving the most realistic parts of this book is the energy and the emotions that everybody have in this world. I think the best part of this book. I think that's, I mean, I can't argue that that's what makes this book so good. I mean, during apocalyptic times, most people, you're just dealing with emotions of having to deal with losses.
Right.
How can you, I mean, that's why I have a hard time believing this is the worst book.
Right.
Right. There's so much emotion in these certain parts that it's hard to believe that you just didn't feel anything for that.
Right. And, like, the psychological and emotional angles on this, too, seem pretty realistic, too. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
And I'm, like, looking at it, like, he shot himself to distract from the zombies. I forgot all about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm trying not to relive it. I'm so saddened by it.
That was my worst part as well, is Padma and...
Oh, is that all you had for
the
worst parts? It's so sad.
And not even a worst part, but just, like...
Something to talk about, yeah.
Even Padma dying, because I actually liked her. She seemed like more of a force in this book, too. Even though all the bad things were sort of happening to her and she was self-sacrificing.
Yeah.
She was just sort of like...
You kind of knew that was coming throughout the book. It was almost like a theme that she was constantly in danger. Something was going to happen. I always expected her. Like, in fact, I didn't know when she was going to die, but I always thought it was going to be earlier in the book.
Right, yeah. On, like, a mission or something.
Yeah.
But how they died was so sad. Like, being forced into that pit was fucking crazy.
Yeah. Very crazy.
And of course they would do some shit like that. Like, that, see, again, that seems realistic to me. That they would, like, put people into a pit and have them fight zombies to the death. And Draco bumping in to save that. I love that. Sorry, that's not fair part. Like, that was just so random. He's like, I'm gonna fucking save the day. Like, yeah, you are. Yes, sir. Anyways, I'm daydreaming over
I know. I did too. I had to work myself out of the daydream.
Also, because I'm just remembering all the parts, so, you know, bear with us. Anyways, do you have any things to discuss or questions?
No, because we kind of already talked about it. I just, like, I think the only part in book 3 that I did, I call book 3, but part 3 that I liked is that it had a cute ending. I did like the ending because they were just sitting down discussing, like, their love story, and they were reading it in the paper, and the paper was like, they're like, I like this one, and, like, Hermione's pregnant with their daughter, and he's just picking out that headline that would title what their love story was, and it was A Love in the Time of Apocalypse, and he thought that was ridiculous, but they liked it. I also really loved, I think my favorite thing in the whole book 3, or part of book 3, was Draco going to therapy. I really liked that.
Yes.
There's something, like you said, there's something about this monster of a man who could go into therapy, get it, like, change it up, and be the family man he needs, but know that he can get shit done if it needs to be there. There's just something about it. A man in therapy, man. Right. I can't. It is, yeah, it's good. I liked it. And it was very realistic. It's very realistic to know that they had this whole event take place, and now he had to go to court. I like how realistic it was. So it's not that I hated, it was, in my opinion, it was too drawn out. It was too long, and I felt like it didn't need to be that long. Yeah. And I didn't like the lawyer. They could have took that. I know you think that it needed to stay, but I really think the whole lawyer shit could have just completely been taken out.
My points were, there was apparently a really big discussion about when they fell in love. Apparently people online were having a hard time kind of determining when the love started to happen. Because it feels kind of abrupt, because one minute they're kissing in the the first place, and then he's gone on the ship, and then they're canoodling. Like they're like cuddling and stuff the ship. So I can understand that. So she wrote kind of like a little paragraph in the beginning of the story that addresses this issue, and she posted a link within the story to her Tumblr or something that does like a bigger deep dive into her thought process on this.
Yeah.
And so I took like a little bit out of that, and basically she said, similar to a lot of other zombie themed stories that include romance, there's not a lot of time for MCs to process their feelings or approach romance in an orderly fashion. If you're looking for a clear signpost to indicate where, when, how they fell in love, the story is not going to satisfy. So that's just her note that she's kind of saying that basically you're not going to find like, oh, this is the moment he fell, or this is the moment she fell. You're just sort of seeing, because again, they're fighting fucking zombie. Like, it's the end of the world, so they're not their main focus. They're not indulging in their feelings. And also for Draco, he doesn't want to indulge in his feelings because he understands that she's going to be a walking wound, a walking vulnerability for him. And I like that. Like when they first have sex, and she like goes, or he leaves her because they find the dad. I think that's a realization for him. Like, this is gonna be me if I indulge in these feelings with Hermione. I'm gonna be locking her zombie ass up in the basement of my house. And he doesn't want that. Which was a good part too, by the way. I love that when he finds the dad. I love that. I love that part a lot. I just kind of narrowed it down, but that was one of my parts in here that I enjoyed too. Yeah. So the overarching theme. Great. So there is no clear cut. This is when they fell in love. This is when, because they're constantly fighting to stay in love the entire time, because he's constantly pushing away and she's constantly trying to wiggle back in there, which, girl, same. Like, if I was in that position, I would be like, no. You're mine. You're mine. I found you. I saved your ass out of the thing. You're mine. There's no other discussion. But anyways, so that was this. We actually finished an episode after 105 days. 105 days. It was rough. I feel like this is a rough episode. If this is your first episode watching us, this is not the best. This is not our best. We have more to give. Also, I'd like to say that even though we haven't read this book, like, I finished this, I think, in July. Right. And I think we did a pretty good job for not reading this book since July. And we typically don't remember jack shit. Yeah, I mean, I was even struggling, but I do feel pretty good. Yeah, I think we did a good job. Now we're gonna review our review. I think we did a good job. Yeah, I mean, I give us a 5 out of 5. A 5 out of 5. Okay. Yeah, I think we did a really good job. Okay, we'll see. In context, think about it. Like, we haven't been doing this. Oh, on a scale. We're grading on a scale. Okay. Well, 5 out of 5. If we ignore all of the bad parts, 5 out of 5. What should we do? 5 out of 5. You're right. What am I doing over here? Trying to be professional about this. The ratings are all like our opinion. Right. They're made up in a world of 5 out of 5. We're back on. We hit the ground running. Who is going to judge us but us? Like, right. I mean, other people, you guys can judge us, but I think we did great. Yeah. Leave a comment down below on our scale, and we will put it in our next week's show. We'll review what other people, just like our Goodreads review. They gave us a 2 out of 5. That makes sense. Oh, we just trash talked them. Actually, you were wrong. I don't know. Anyways, so we also read this out of our books a little bit out of order. So the next book is actually going to be The Auction. The Auction. And I think that one's not published, is it? Yes, Rose and Chains. Okay. Which we also are going to read, and I'm going to talk about that another time. Because, like, I got lots to say about that. Yes. Me too. I'm actually reading it right now, so I'm excited. I don't know why I'm excited, because we're not going to discuss it anytime soon. But anyways. We got another couple books to discuss. The Auction is next, so we will see you next time. Bye. Bye.